Welcome to Mr. Heaton's Math Lab. In this video, we're going to learn how to add and subtract measurements, as well as get some practice with solving some word problems. Let's start by taking a look at volume. So volume will be measured from within a beaker. Now, a beaker is a glass cylinder that you can put water in. So whenever you put water in, which we denote here with the blue color, we can actually take a look at where the top of the water line sits. So you'll see that the water line is right here. Above it is air, and below is going to be our water. So right at this line, you'll notice that it stops at 400. Well, that is going to be how much water we have. So we have 400, and the ml stands for milliliters. So we have 400, and that is where that line ends. So with that, let's start on our first equation. So we know that right here is where that water line ends. So we know that we have 400 milliliters. 400 is going to be what our volume measurement is. So let's read this question. Jenny has 2 containers of juice. One container holds this many milliliters, which we know is 400, and the other holds 600. How many milliliters of juice does Jenny have? Well, we know that Jenny has 400 from this volume, and she also has another that's 600. So in total, meaning we're going to add, how much does she have? So if we remember, for addition, we can separate out the individual columns, so we can add up, starting on the right, 0 plus 0 is 0. Adding the middle column, we have a 0 plus 0. And on the left, we have a 4 and a 6. So if we do sticks, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 1, 2, 3, 4. If we add that up, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we could put a 10 there. So in total, Jenny has 1,000 milliliters. Okay, let's try this example. So this one, we have Mark has a beaker with this much water. Well, let's see. Well, this must be our water. If we take a look at that beaker, we want to see where the top of the blue line is, which is here. Okay, so we know that this is water. Above it is air. So the amount of water corresponds to right where that interface between the water and air is, where the blue versus the white intersects. So if that's the case, that means that we have a total of 6 liters of water. So we know that he has 6. Now it says for the question, he pours out 2. So if he pours out 2, it means he's subtracting 2. So we can subtract 2. How much water is left in the beaker? Well, 6 minus 2. Well, if we have 6 sticks and we remove 2, we're left with 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is 4. He has 4 liters of water. Now that we looked at volume, let's start taking a look at weight. So here on our left, we actually have a scale. Now that scale, we have some carats on top, and what ends up happening is by putting those carats on it, we can measure the amount of pounds that we have. So we look at this arrow, and this arrow is pointed towards the 2. And we can see that we're in pounds, so we know that this weight of the carats are 2 pounds. So let's use this as an example. So again, we have an arrow. The arrow is pointing to the 2 mark, so we know that we have 2 pounds of carats. Now if we take a look at this question, we can see it says a bag of carrots weighs this many pounds, which we know is 2 pounds. Another bag of carrots weighs 4. How much do the 2 bags weigh together? So we're going to add these together. We have 4, which we see here, plus the 2 pounds. So we have 4 plus 2. Well, if we add that together, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the 2 equals 6. So we have a total of 6 pounds. Let's try another question. This watermelon's weight is on the scale. If John's family eats 8 pounds of watermelon, how many pounds are left? Okay, well, let's take a look at how much this watermelon weighs. So we have our watermelon on the scale, and we take a look at the arrow, and the arrow will tell us how many pounds this watermelon weighs. Well, it looks like it is pointed directly at the 10. So we know this watermelon weighs 10 pounds. It says John family eats 8 pounds of the watermelon. How many pounds are left? So we're going to subtract and figure out what is left over. So we have 10 minus 8. Well, we can do 10 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We remove 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're left with 1, 2. So the answer is 2. Let's do a practice problem. Okay, so we have a pumpkin. I can see that. Let's take a look at the scale. We see that the arrow is pointed directly at 80. Okay, and it looks like we're looking at ounces. So we have 80. Let's see what the question says. A pumpkin weighs this much on the scale. Okay, well, we know the pumpkin is 80. If we give our cousin 50 ounces, how much is left? Well, if we have 80 on the scale, we give him 50 ounces, what's left over? So we're going to subtract. So when we subtract, we put a line through the middle. We look at the right side first, and we subtract 0 minus 0. Well, that equals 0. Now on the left side, we have 8 minus 5. Okay, we could use our fingers. We can count sticks, which will do that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We remove 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're left with 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 30. Let's try this practice problem with lemonade. So we see that a pitcher contains this many liters of lemonade, which is right here. Sarah pours 1 liter of lemonade into a glass. How much lemonade remains in the pitcher? So how much is left over? So we have our beaker here on the left, and we know that the difference between where the yellow ends and the white begins is going to be how much lemonade we have. So we have a line right here. And we can tell that it sits on the 3-liter mark. So we have a total of 3 liters of lemonade. Now it says Sarah is going to pour out 1 liter. Okay, so 1 minus 3, if we have sticks, that's 3 minus 1, and we're left with 2. So the answer is 2 liters. If you're looking to take your math skills to the next level, check out Mr. Heaton's Math Lab. We offer a range of resources to help you succeed, from free workbooks and Common Core assessments to focused mini courses and comprehensive curriculum courses. Head over to www.mrheatonsmathlab.com to get started today.